Don't mind my sweet potato pancakes.
They smell delicious. I envy you. I have allergies. We are incredibly late to the game, but there's this YouTube challenge called the Who's More Likely To. And the way it works is we have a whole bunch of questions that I will read aloud, and then we each have a piece of paper, which ours and each other's name on it. When we hear a question, we will, without showing each other, show you which one we think will be more likely to fit that statement. And then we'll reveal and we'll discuss it. Okay. Who is more likely to survive in the Hunger Games? Yeah, her. She'd be most likely to scrounge for things, and
I've done a bit of wilderness skills and survival training, so that might be in my favor.
Plus, she spends so much time on TV tropes, she is perfectly genre savvy.
Fictional Hunger Games, I could probably stand a chance.
Become a multimillionaire. Let me know you're... this is a hard one. I'm gonna go with this one. I don't have the planning abilities. If I got $1 million... If I had $1 million, there are two things I'd do with it. I'd give half of it to the charity, and maybe use the other half to make a real-life 2-scale TARDIS.
Mm.
If I could make it, I wouldn't be a millionaire for long.
Thing is, I think I'm more likely to end up the starving artist type.
I think both of us are kind of there.
I don't know. I think you've got potential.
Let's see. Have the most boyfriends/girlfriends. Not at a time. I mean, in general. Who's?
Well.
Yeah. You ready?
Yeah.
Really? See.
Because if I play my cards right, there's only going to be one.
That's just adorable. Oh, that's adorable. Well done. I didn't know it was that serious.
The relationship itself is new, but I would like to think we have a future together.
It's so adorable.
And in your case, I think you've told me a bit before that I think you've got an ability to fall in love with people really quickly.
I do have that. It's both a blessing. I see the best in people, and I do kind of fall at the drop of the hat, but I'm worried that people will think that it's insincere.
If it's you being you, it's not going to be insincere. It would seem more likely that you would have relationships that will come and go and be really solid relationships before you find someone to settle down.
Yeah.
And let's be fair, you're also, I think, more likely to stumble into relationships with the girls who watch superhero movies. So.
Well, definitely, yeah. Next one. Okay. Pull off good fashion. This one's tough.
I went with both.
She is always dapper, but
we are snazzy dressers.
We are snazzy. I picked myself because, we both dress rather well. I dress exceptionally compared to most of my gender. Guys, we don't want to see your boxers. Stop.
Can you not?
I really like the way I look. I don't really look into fashion or anything. I just pick what I like, and
you do you, and that's
pretty good
great.
at it.
And girls just.
Mm-hmm.
Girls are just amazing.
Girls are amazing. Okay, here's a loaded one. Get fired.
So, don't take this the wrong way.
You either.
I think because I would be more likely to quit first.
True. I see you as being that snarky little cat who's like, he says, you need to do this job for arbitrary reasons because I'm a mean boss. And she's gonna be like, no. You need to do it. Nah. She's gonna have a brilliantly, much more clever than I think of, snarky comeback, and then she'll be fired on the spot, but she's right, she'll have quit before then.
I don't know, I don't like to think of it as quitting per se, but knowing when an environment isn't healthy for me, I probably won't feel bad about cutting my losses and moving on.
I have a problem, especially with old friendships. They can get toxic a lot faster than I'll realize it. Who would be the drunkest at the party?
Well, how did we...
I don't think either of us.
You don't do alcohol. You don't like
yeah.
being under the effects of alcohol.
Well, no, it's not that I have. Because
you explained it to me.
I've decided that I'm going to avoid alcohol for reasons. Just reasons. With my past with shows and video games and things, I have a very highly addictive personality. I just don't want to try it. I don't want to risk it. We'd be the snarky sober friends in the corner, taking videos and then saying, we're gonna put this on YouTube. Unless you give us a...
Quid pro quo?
Yes.
I think I would probably give alcohol a go when I'm of age and in a safe, controlled environment.
And in low doses. And I mean, look at us. We're lightweights. We will have one and be...
Well, I mean, there are ways you can make it safer for yourself, like food and staying hydrated.
Right.
Stay hydrated. Staying hydrated.
Stay hydrated no matter what, yeah. Who would be the most likely to be a superhero, and whoever isn't put up is who's most likely to be the villain in a superhero universe? I think I know where this is going already. See, we were just talking about this. What is it that you love to say?
Oh, right.
Yes. There's a phrase that she loves to use lately.
That can be arranged.
Because it sounds like a supervillain. Because the hero can be saying, "You'll do that over my dead body."
That can be arranged.
I can be a troublemaker, but I'm a goodie. I'm a bit of a goodie. I like justice to be served. I'm an Eagle Scout. I like to protect the innocent.
I would probably be protecting the innocent from the dark side. Mostly because being a supervillain is
more fun, right?
You get the songs, the lines, the costumes.
She's definitely the type to take over the world. I wouldn't call her evil. Like, if she took over the world, I might not mind so much, but she'd definitely be the supervillain. Who is the most likely at any given time to be sleepy? You should have seen her in the car ride. When we first knew each other, I made the mistake of calling her at 8 o'clock. Not doing that again.
You've tried since.
Have I?
I'm pretty sure you
I'd
have.
never call you earlier than...
I distinctly recall, because that was at my old house that time, the Daleks, and you called at like 8 in the morning because you'd just seen Cyberwoman, and so you were having a feels.
Well, that was an
attack,
exception.
And I'm like, go back to bed.
Yes,
you don't have to go back to bed.
Wait,
I am
remember
going
this.
back to bed.
Who's most likely to fall over while walking?
He's beauty, he's grace, he's Mr. Outer Space.
It's what Stephen Moffat said about Matt Smith. Christopher Eccleston is a tiger. David Tennant is a tigger. And Matt Smith
is the uncoordinated house cat who trips over the furniture and then pretends he didn't do it.
Who is the most likely to accidentally discover the meaning of life?
I think the key word here being accidentally.
She might stumble upon it, but she'd analyze it so much, she'd find the complexities, and then she'd kind of come to the actual conclusion that finding the meaning of life is a meaningless endeavor, and just to live your life, and I'd be like, whoa. And then I'd forget it the next morning.
I do like the philosophy that we make our own meaning depending on what matters to us in our lives. But
exactly. Finally, who's most likely to get arrested?
I'm stuck on this one.
See, here's the thing.
Think,
I'm the one who's going to get in trouble, but you're the one who's going to talk yourself out of it, and I'm the one who's going to become like, I'm so sorry, I didn't...
Yeah, I think you're more likely to get in trouble, based on good intentions and very poor decision making. And if I do something, I will know what I was doing.
And
if not finagle my way out of it, then I'll probably have gone into it thinking that whatever I was doing, the consequences
were worth it. Exactly. So that is this tag thingy.
So glad that wasn't on.
But yeah, we hope you enjoyed, and we hope you join me in welcoming her to the channel, and we can't wait for 2015. This is going to be an awesome year.